Hi, I'm Mrs. McIntyre, the counselor at Crestview Elementary School. Welcome. We have been so lucky to have Officer Sofie Martinez come to our school, and she met with me about a month ago, and we worked on the S.W.A.R.M activity for our students during the Red Ribbon Week. And so I'd like to ask Officer Martinez, tell us a little bit about what's going on here today.
Well, today we have several agencies ranging from city, county, state, and federal, and we have several stations here that are talking to the kids about their specific specialty within law enforcement, and also too about the drug-free message of kids making good choices and saying no to drugs so that they can be successful in life.
Thank you, Officer Martinez.
You see a helicopter up there? Yeah. Would you all like it to land here? Yeah. Okay, so what I need you to do, I need you to wave at it so that it can land here, okay? Captain Nixon joined me today, and once this helicopter shut down, you guys are going to get to visit him and talk with him, okay? But I also decided that I needed to bring more friends.
Good afternoon. Let's try again. Good afternoon. How are y'all today? Good. My name is Captain Nixon, and I work for the McLennan County Sheriff's Office. And at the Sheriff's Office, there's all sorts of jobs that you can have. You can be a jailer and work in our jail and take care of the inmates, or you can be a patrol deputy and work in patrol just like a police officer does, working in your community to help your neighbors. You can work in our criminal investigation division and be a detective and solve crimes. Or you can work in some of our special operations units, either our SWAT team, our bomb squad, our helicopter unit, our canine unit, our narcotics unit. So there's lots of different things you can do at the Sheriff's Office. But a couple of things you have to know before you think about being in law enforcement is, one, you can never do drugs, because drugs are bad for you, aren't they? Yeah, they're bad for your brain and they're bad for your body. So never do drugs. And you have to do really good in school to be a police officer and be in law enforcement, because after you graduate from high school, you have to go to the police academy to become a police officer, or you can go to college and take criminal justice classes and get a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and go that route. So there's lots of ways you can become a police officer, and you can go to flight school like I did to become a pilot. Now, if you want to become a pilot, there's two classes you have to be really good in school, and that's math and science. Because when you get in high school, you'll have classes like physics, and that teaches you all about how things work in the world. And that's how you learn how helicopters and airplanes fly in physics class, okay? So this helicopter we got from the Army in 1996. Now, was anybody here born in 1996? No, you weren't. You'd be really old by now. The only people born in 96 were probably some of us sitting and standing, just a few of us probably. So they were given to us by the Army in 1996 for free. But if I had to buy one today, it would cost a little over $1 million. So that's a pretty good deal getting it for free, isn't it? Yeah? So we use these helicopters for search and rescue. If somebody's missing or lost, we use it to help find them. and we use it for vehicle pursuits and foot pursuits. When someone's running from the police, we can chase them in the helicopter. And we use it for aerial photography. That means taking pictures from the sky. And I use it for pre-raid surveillance for my SWAT team, or to do insertions with my SWAT team. If I have a place I have to take them and a car can't get out there, I can take them out there in the helicopter. So I use it for all sorts of different things. Now I cover about 7 counties because we're the only aviation law enforcement unit between Dallas and Austin. So we cover a big area. So anytime anyone calls us for help, whether it's daytime or nighttime, we go. And if it's nighttime, can I see from the air if it's dark outside? No. So I use this big flashlight down here. It's called a night sun. And I can light up this whole field and your whole school at one time. So I can see really good from the air. And also the police officers on the ground that I'm working with can see really good when I light everything up for them. So I can fly about 10,000 feet in the air, and I can fly about 120 miles an hour. And I can carry 4 people with me, okay? So if anyone has a question about the helicopter or police work, you can ask me, but make sure it's a question. We don't give tickets out of the helicopter, but police officers can give tickets, yeah. But that's a good question. Yes, ma'am. Those balls hanging on the end there, do you know that that's my #1 question out of all the schools I go to? Everyone asks that question. So you get the prize for winning the #1 question. So you see the red straps that hold my blades down? So whenever I land and my blades stop, I always grab it with that retention and I pull it around and strap it down. Because you feel how hard the wind's blowing? It would blow my blades around and it might come down and bop your teacher on the head, then I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I? Yeah, so I tie them up so nobody gets their head bopped.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Did y'all have a good lunch? Yes! Me too. All right, my name is Officer Barron, and this gentleman to the right is Officer S.W.A.R.M. When we're not normal patrol officers for the city of Woodway, we're active members on our SWAT team. Now, SWAT stands for Special Weapons and Tactics. All right, so that means we have a full range of tools and fun toys that we get to play with, okay? Oh, yes. All right, the biggest toy that we got is this thing that you can see right behind me, all right? No, it's not a tank, but it's an armored personnel carrier.
It's a truck.
Yeah, it is a big truck. All right, now, that truck behind me is a SWAT truck. That truck behind me is completely bulletproof and bomb-proof and anything that you can think of proof. There was a girl this morning that asked if it was cat-proof. It's cat-proof also, so just remember that. All right, so what we do is if we get a call, we'll all climb into this truck and it'll take us where we need to go. Now, once we get there, we have all sorts of other equipment that we get to play with. Some of the stuff behind us.
Yay, you get to play with that stuff?
This right here is our entry vest. Now, we don't go anywhere without our entry vest on. That little thing right there is also bulletproof. It also weighs about 30 to 40 pounds. So
it weighs about as much as you.
Once we put it on, we have it all set up to how we want it to be. It's got a first aid kit, a radio so we can talk to our teammates. It's got extra ammunition in case we need it because we always want to make sure we're prepared for anything that we go in. Okay, now with our vests, we also have our helmets. Our helmets are also bulletproof. All right, because you want to always protect your head. Just like if you're riding a bicycle, you want to wear a helmet, right? We never go anywhere without our helmets. So once we have all of our gear put on our bodies, we make our way towards the house. Now, sometimes the bad people don't want us there, and they'll start shooting or they'll start throwing rocks or anything like that. So what we do is we have this shield. This shield is also bulletproof. So we can just hide behind the shield, or we can hide behind Corporal Bauer here. That way the rocks hit him. It's okay if that happens. That shield won't cover him up though, he's a little tall. All right, so once we get up to the door, we'll knock, and sometimes they tell us to go away. Well, we're not here to go away, we're here to stay. So what we do is we use that. Can anybody tell me what that is? There you go, good job. That's a ram. That ram knocks the door down, and if you're big and strong like Corporal Bauer, you can knock it down in one swing. You want to knock it down in one swing. If you don't knock it down in one swing, when you get back to the truck, everybody's gonna make fun of you. So you gotta make sure you eat healthy, you stay strong, that way you can knock it down in one swing. All right? So we don't go anywhere without this equipment, because this equipment is used on almost every call that we go on, and it keeps us safe. And we gotta be safe because we wanna go home to our families at night, right? You wanna go home and see your families when you get out of school. We wanna go home and see our families when we get off work, okay? So any day that we get to go home and see our families is a good day. Do y'all have any questions for us? What's up, man? Well, okay, so when we're not SWAT team, we're normal patrol officers. So since we're not on a SWAT call, all those other guys are on patrol right now. So, yes, sir. The glass is completely bulletproof. You can see up there, can you see it? That window's actually been shot. Oh, you can see a little bitty bullet hole, but it's bulletproof.
How's everybody doing? Woo, that was pretty loud, but I think we can get louder. How's everybody doing? Awesome. That was very awesome to hear that. I am Officer Torres with the Waco Police Department. A little bit about myself. This is my partner here. This is Officer Thompson with the Waco Police Department. My job with the police department, as you can very well tell, our uniforms are a little different. My job is to hire police officers. This is my vehicle that I have there since I'm a recruiter and a background investigator. So I help hire officers there at the police department and give you a little description about what Officer Thompson does.
Well, like Officer Torres, I work for the Waco Police Department, and part of my job is to work patrol. My shift, I work at nighttime. A lot of you guys are probably asleep when I'm at work. I work from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. This here is my office. Y'all like my office? Yeah. I carry my backpack and my other tools that I need for my job during the night.
Now, during the day, like you said again, my job is to hire police officers. But can anybody tell me what that red band is that's on your wrist today? What is being celebrated this week? What is it? Red Ribbon Week, am I right? Yeah. And what's the important thing about Red Ribbon? We say no to drugs, am I right? Yeah. Now, again, let me ask a question. How many of you like my car? Yeah. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah. Pretty cool looking car. Fun fact about that car is that car was confiscated from a local drug dealer, meaning there was a drug dealer out on the street who was selling drugs and doing bad things in this city. He was arrested. He was taken to court. The judge took his car from him and gave it to the Waco Police Department so that we could help hire and educate young people in the city of Waco. So, let me ask this question. Are drugs a good idea, yes or no? No! If someone comes to us and says, hey, would you like some drugs? What's your answer? No! Good deal. Well, while I'm trying to hire officers that have good backgrounds who have not dealt with anything like that, Officer Thompson does a little bit different. So while you're at home asleep, he's out on the street and he's protecting the streets of Waco to keep you safe and to keep drugs and everything off the street. He's going to explain to you a little bit about what he has in his office. My office is at the police tower. He's got computers and everything that I have in my office in his vehicle. And he can explain a little bit more about that.
A little bit about what I wear. Can anybody tell me about anything that I have on? Can you recognize anything? You see anything that you know? Everybody knows the gun. The handcuffs. Everybody knows the handcuffs, right? Handcuffs. Okay. What about this under here? What do you think I got under here? Somebody said it. No, under the shirt. Anybody tell me what that is? A vest? A vest.
Awesome.
It's a vest. Do I have any Batman fans? No Batman fans?
Nobody likes Batman.
Here, come here.
Come right up here, Big Daddy.
He's enthusiastic.
Yeah, he is.
Now, everybody likes Batman now, right? All right. Since I'm Batman and this is my Batman belt, we're going to dress Robin up so he can be equipped to go on the streets with me. What do you think about that?
You ready to go?
What's your name?
Israel.
Israel. Okay, we're going to dress Israel up. Okay. First, you need a vest. He needs a vest.
Stand right here, Israel. There we go. Stand right here, Bubba.
And he looks like he's pretty strong, so you can handle all of this, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can do it. All right. You ready? You ready? Okay. All right. All right. We got you there.
There you go.
Almost ready.
We almost got him all readied up.
All right, don't jump. I don't want to fall.
There you go.
Okay, turn around. You ready?
Are you ready to go?
All right, here you go.
Well, we're gonna
ready to go?
we're gonna need to give you a car to keep. So go ahead and take the keys
Here's
to the
key.
Camaro.
All right, you ready?
Now you ready to go to work with us?
You ready to go?
You ready to go to work with us?
You think you can drive? If I push the seat all the way up?
Now before we do that, do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
You do.
Let me see your driver's license.
Can we see it? Oh man, well, that's a deal breaker. We're gonna have to take the keys back.
Gotta take it back. No driver's license. All right.
Well, thank you very much for being cool about that.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm Officer Wood for the Waco Police Department K-9 Unit. Behind me is Officer Devon and Officer Darlington. We make up the Waco Police Department K-9 Unit. Okay. Inside each one of these police vehicles is a police K-9. Okay. Why do y'all think we use dogs for police work? Smell, that's right. Our dogs have two jobs in the department. That's why we call them dual purpose dogs. The first job they have is what this week's is about narcotic, okay? Our dogs are trained to detect cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, marijuana, and ecstasy, okay? The second job our dogs have in the department is what we call patrol work, which is tracking, suspect apprehension, suspect location, and all of that. And what do you think a dog uses for all those jobs? Its nose, that's right. Dogs have a very keen sense of smell. Depends on what literature you read, it could be anywhere from 1,000 times to 1,000,000 times stronger than a human, okay? Now, dogs are predominantly colorblind. They see shades of blues and greens. They make up for that with their sense of smell, okay? When y'all go in the lunchroom and they're having pizza, what do y'all smell? Pizza, okay? A dog won't smell a pizza. If we were to take our dog in that same lunchroom, he would smell flour, tomato paste. Each individual ingredient on a pizza, that's what a dog would smell. He wouldn't smell it as one big unit like we do, okay? That's what makes it so keen for police work. When the bad guys are trying to smuggle in narcotics, they'll try to put a masking odor, which is like mustard, axle grease, some odor to try to distract the dog. But what the dog will smell is mustard and narcotics, axle grease and narcotics. Whatever they've tried to mask that odor with, the dog will smell it, but he'll also smell the narcotic because he's trained to detect that odor, okay? How much y'all think one of these dogs cost? 500? 1,000? 600? Okay. All right, hold up. My dog is the newest dog we got in the department. He's 22 months old. I got him back in June, okay? When we got him, he was $12,500. Now, granted, my dog is young. He's still learning. Now, the other two dogs in these other cars, they're a lot more proficient, better trained. And if they were to have to replace one of those dogs with a dog of equal training and experience, you'd have to spend about $25,000, okay? So these dogs cost more than the cars they're riding in. Now, because we spend so much on our dogs, we take very good care of our dogs. Each one of these cars are outfitted especially for the dog. The back seat has been taken out, a kennel's been put in its place, his water bowl's back there, his bed's back there. This is his home away from home, okay? Now, also the fact that they're in our cars a lot, like they're sitting here now running, our cars are equipped with what we call a hot dog system. In the event the air conditioner goes out or the motor stops and it starts getting hot in the car will automatically roll the back windows down. It'll kick on a cooling fan to bring in cool air for the dog, and it'll siren, alarms, and it'll actually call our cell phone. And if I don't answer for some reason, my car goes off, it'll call one of the other guys. And it'll go down the list until somebody answers their phone. Okay. Now, when I bring my dog out, y'all got to be really quiet, real still, no throwing, no running, or anything like that, okay? Can y'all do that? Yeah. Now, our dogs do bite, okay? Our dogs don't bite out of aggression, okay? When y'all are on the playground playing and you grab your friend, what do you grab with? Your hand. Do dogs have hands? No. They don't have fingers or thumbs, so the only thing they can grab with is what? Their mouth, okay? So, that's what I'm saying. Our dogs don't bite out of aggression. They bite because that's all they got to grab with, okay? All right, now I'm gonna bring my dog up. My dog's name is Castor. Like I said, he's 22 months old. He was imported from Hungary. Okay, you'll hear me talking to him in different language. My dog's trained language is Dutch. And that's only because when he was a puppy, that was what they initially started his training in, so it's easier for me to learn a few words in Dutch than it is for me to teach him English, okay? Y'all ready to see a dog? Yeah. All right. Pull it, good dog. Pull it, good dog. This is Castor. Castor is 22 months old. Like I said, he's our newest dog. He's still learning, just like y'all are learning. Yeah. Now, Castor has a favorite toy. Whenever our nay, shh. Boy, nay, off, like it. Now, whenever he does something we want him to do, he gets reward, okay? Castor's favorite reward, nay, he knows what I'm fixing to put in my pocket. We've done this a couple times today. Off, blibing, good dog. It's this rubber ball. You see him looking at it, want to know if he's gonna get to play with it or not. But we've got to make him do something. He doesn't just get to play with it because he wants to play with it. But it wouldn't mean anything then. Quiet, off, blibing. Louis, good dog. Good dog.
We also have today 3 of our students here at Crestview Elementary School. We have Karami Reyes. She is a 4th grade student. And then we have Cedarian Franklin, who is also a 4th grade student. And then we have Abriana Porter, who is a 5th grade student, believe it or not. And I was going to ask them what they thought of our S.W.A.R.M activity today. Abriana, what'd you think? Did you think something was going down that you didn't know about?
Yes.
What did you think? Something was happening?
Yeah.
What'd you think first?
That somebody's getting arrested.
Oh, somebody was getting arrested. Okay, but did you find out something different when you guys started going to the station?
It's police officers.
And what did you learn?
That say no to drugs.
All right. Thank you, Abriana. How about you, Karami?
I was surprised because I saw the police, and I was excited to learn more about how you can change your future by saying no to drugs.
Oh, excellent. I like your attitude. Signing off from Crestview Elementary School, we're so glad to have the S.W.A.R.M units and Officer Martinez to come and deliver this exciting program at our school. Thank you.